Alrighty. So as promised, there's a question here that says, I'm going Friday. This is to Peyton. I'm going Friday to give a cleaning bid at a restaurant. It will be my first restaurant. It's 9,500 square feet, located in Dallas, Fort Worth area. First of all, congratulations. I don't know your experience level and your background. The people that I work with, I try to steer them away from restaurants, medical facilities, and daycares because they typically have the highest needs and the lowest budgets. But with that being said, I do want you to be successful because there are people that make a lot of money cleaning restaurants, medical facilities, and daycares, as well as schools. So let's dive into this here. You want to know specifically about guidelines of bids, okay, and what to charge. So what we're going to do, we're in cleanproposals.com. I do have a vested interest in this. I am the co-founder of the software. I just like to be transparent about that. You create proposal. I'm just going to select an existing prospect just to kind of make it quick here instead of adding new information. And what we would do is just name it. So I'll call this Peyton's proposal. And we'll go ahead and pick the facility. So regardless of what kind of facility you're cleaning, it doesn't matter. Any commercial bid will work this way, but we're going to go ahead and go to dining. And I don't see how many days a week, so let's just do 5 days a week. And we'll do, add proposal. Okay, so the software is broken down into 4 simple steps. This is kind of what you really are looking at here is the price calculator, but I just kind of want to show you how you would build out the whole proposal to increase your chances of winning, and I'll just do that quickly. So we've got the first step, which is areas and cleaning tasks. Okay, so these are the areas that you could potentially be cleaning. And step 2 are special projects like deep cleaning the kitchen, stripping and waxing floors, carpet cleaning, window cleaning, etc. And then finalize the proposal is where it all comes together, where you've got a legal agreement, a cover letter, you've got proposal design that you could choose from. We have nearly 100 customizable full color templates that you can use. And then you can change the images, download a PDF, submit it electronically, etc. So I'm just going to pick some areas here. Let's say you've got a bar that you're going to be cleaning. It's got hard floors. And then you would just open up the area card here in the task list. And you just simply add the things that you want to be cleaning. Say you wanted to do air vents quarterly. You're going to take the dishes to the kitchen. There's no cashier area. You're going to clean the blinds annually. That works. And you would just go through and you would build out your entire scope of services here. And anywhere you see an edit pencil, you can customize it and make it your own. And then if we forgot something, you can always add your own cleaning tasks down here or choose from a list of our standard cleaning tasks and then just add whatever you need. Okay, so I'm just gonna build out really quick here so you can see that, and then we'll go to the calculator here in a moment. So let's say you've got a break room, a conference room. There's usually not a lot of conference rooms in restaurants, but let's do dining areas. You have a couple of enclosed offices, so you can add that here. Your entrance, janitor's closet. You can do some things in the kitchen. They want you to clean off the patio, and then obviously the restrooms, and then a waiting area, okay? And I'm just gonna select hard floors for all these to make it simple. But let me just show you what you've done here. Clean this up. So you're just showing the areas and cleaning tasks that we're using. What you've done is you just built the scope of services in a matter of a few clicks. So if you go down here, your entire proposal's pretty much built out for you in terms of the work that you're going to be doing. And it breaks it down what you're going to be doing in each room step by step. Okay, so that's pretty simple and straightforward. Now, I'm going to skip the special projects, but I just want to show you what's going on here. A lot of times restaurants will need an initial deep clean. So you'll just scroll down here to the list of projects, and you can do something like, you know, kitchen deep clean. Yep, we'll do that. And then you can do something like restroom deep cleaning. I always recommend doing deep cleans in these scenarios so that you can bring the building up to your standards. Peyton, and maintain it from there, right? So then we'll add the project, and then there's step-by-step procedures on how you would perform those deep cleans. If you want it in your proposal, make sure there's a check. If you don't, uncheck it. Anywhere you see an edit pencil, customize it and make it your own. All right, I'm just gonna get rid of these. Actually, I'll just show you what it looks like here, what you just added to your scope of services. So you just scroll down here, and here are your layouts for your deep cleans in the proposal. So that's all done for you. But let me just get rid of those and get down to the brass tacks here of what you're really looking for, which is the price. So in the software, we have two calculator options. We have an automated price estimator. This will give you a price for those who have no experience and you don't want to underbid or overbid, but it's not what I suggest because it's not detailed enough. But it is a basic calculator that will give you a generic price to keep you in the ballpark. But let me show you how I would use it. So I'll go here to the automated price estimator, and let's see here, 9,500 square feet, decent sized restaurant. We'll just type that in. All right. So the software gives a heavier weight or a lower production rate to restaurants, medical facilities, and gyms because they're harder to clean. So that's factored into this production rate already. And I always say difficult for those. I'm going to assume that most of this is hard floors. So we're going to say 80% hard floors, maybe even 90%. Then we're going to click next. If you want to really use the price here, you can say that you have employees. Even if you don't have employees and you clean the building yourself, always bid like you have employees because you want to bid like the company you want to be, not like the company you are, right? So I'll get into a little bit more detail over the do-it-yourself in the do-it-yourself calculator. So you're not going to pay minimum wage to clean restaurants, not even close. And let's assume your payroll tax is that and you have a supply cost. I'll go a little bit higher for a restaurant. And then you can slide your profit margin up or down. Definitely want to be on the higher side for a restaurant. And so the software is going to break down your profit. So this would be your profit, $2,618.62. Your cleaning time is 7 hours and 47 minutes. Your price per service is $309.05. And your monthly price for service is $67.14.37. All right, and this will automatically feed into your proposal. We'll just click on compensation, and there you go. You're technically done. You have a legal agreement that's written by attorneys, so it's bindable in all 50 states. Everything is completely customizable, so you can click on any one of these things. Like I don't have photo identification for our staff, so I would go to legal, scroll down to photo identification, uncheck that. Now it's gone. Everything renumbers. You can add your own subsections to the contract if you'd like. But let me go back and show you how to get a little bit more details on the pricing. So what I would pay attention to here only is the clean time. This is gold. This is what everybody wants to know. Most people are like, what do I charge per square foot? Square footage gives you no information whatsoever. It's just a barometer. Okay, never get stuck in that dogma of what I charge per square foot. But if you go here and take the production rate, 7 hours and 47 minutes, let's go back to the do-it-yourself calculator and let's get busy with this here. Okay, so you'll click on this little gear icon. Enter your payroll taxes. Again, if you don't have employees or if you're paying under the table, always bid like the company you want to be. Never bid like the company you are, bid like the company you want to be. All right, Peyton? So let's add some insurance costs there and some overhead, whatever that may be. We'll get rid of this. And now what we would do is we would start costing this out with your labor and materials. This is where the magic is starting to happen. So what you do is you just add your custodian, and I would do 2 in this case, and we had almost 8 hours of production rate. So I'm going to say 2 people at $20 an hour, 4 hours each, okay? And we're going 5 days a week. The software is going to break down your cost per clean, your annual labor cost, and your monthly labor cost, okay? So this is what it's going to cost you. But in order to be a successful company, you need to have the bid structure correct, okay? And what you would do here is you would just add another labor cost. I'm going to show you how I bid all commercial cleaning jobs. Next thing I want to have in here is trainers. So we had one person at $25 an hour. And the way we train for our company is it's 3 days of training. So if it's applicable and it works, this is what we always do. The first day, the employee watches us. The second day, we watch them. The third day, we cut them loose, and then we go check on them before the end of the shift to make sure that they've got the janitor's closet right, they've locked up the building, turned off all the lights, and can set the alarm properly, and that they've done all the work the way that you specified. Then also, one of the reasons why they watch us is because then after the end of that shift, we can say, hey, sign this document saying that we have provided adequate training showing that everything in this cleaning checklist can be done in the time allotted, and you were showing how to properly do it and to do it safely. Then we have them sign another one the second day saying, I have completed all these tasks safely within the time allotted in this cleaning checklist. Because what happens is over time, you have employees that kind of fade off after a few months and they start missing the details and all that. And once you get your inspection process going, if there's anything that ever goes wrong, then you can always go back to that individual and say, hey, why are you not cleaning everything in the time allotted? And they don't have any excuses that way. Oh, I don't have enough time, or whatever it is. You can say, oh, remember we showed you and you signed off, and you showed us and signed off? There's no excuses. And at that time, what we'll do is we go through what I call the 4 R's, R-E's. We'll either retrain the employee, retool the employee, because sometimes you can buy better equipment to give better production rates, right? So that's happening. Then we'll revisit the scope of services, because every now and then the scope of services can get skewed, and the client will ask you to do extra things, and it just kind of adds up over time. That's called scope creep. So we'll revisit the scope of services to make sure nothing's changed there. And then the last one here is that we replace the employee. So retrain, retool, revisit, replace. Okay, so those are replace. Those are the 4 pillars that we go through there. And in this case, we have 5 hours a night or 8 hours a night. So I'm going to put in 10 hours of training twice a year. Actually, for restaurants, it's probably going to be higher than that. So, but the minimum I do is twice a year. And we have to account for the training cost in our industry. Even if you're doing the training, eventually you're going to want to hire somebody to do that training. And if you're not bidding as if that's a direct cost to that facility, you're never going to actually be able to hire somebody to do the training. See, I don't want you doing the work. I want you to drop the mop. Okay, go from broom to boardroom. You're thinking like a CEO. So eventually, even if you're doing the training, you want to have professional trainers. And the cost of turnover is high in our industry. And a lot of us, even the seasoned vets, don't account for that cost. It's no different from cleaning supplies as a direct cost to that facility. Okay? So we have our frontline custodians, we have trainers, and then lastly, as a bare minimum, I have inspectors. Because we inspect what we expect, right? So we'll go ahead and add that here. And I do a minimum of 1 hour once a month. You may want to do that more frequently for a restaurant. And then we click save. And then we scroll down on the calculator here and you see it where it says janitorial labor cost 3. All right, so that is your 3 labor types up here. And your cost to do business is going to be $4,655.96. That includes all of this up here, your training, your inspections, and your frontline custodians. And then it also includes your overhead, insurance, and payroll taxes. And then here you have additional expenses. So, of course, you're going to have cleaning supplies. And let's say you think it's going to be about $80 a month in cleaning supplies. I always have a tech fee or a technology fee. This is the basic structure for every bid that I have, right? And the technology fee is that you want to pass on the cost to using things like this software, which is only $49 a month for unlimited usage at Clean Proposals. But, you know, accounting, if you're using Zoho Books or QuickBooks, any type of inspection software, work orders, whatever, you want to pass on that cost to your consumer, right? Because you're not bidding like the company you are, you're bidding like the company you want to be. And then you may have some drive time or fuel. You may have, cell phone reimbursement that you pay for your employees, whatever it may be. Let's say you think that's going to be another, $85 a month. Click add expense. And so now you have your 3 additional expenses, and then this is your total of your costs. So this is your labor and material cost out. Let's go ahead and hide this so that I can make it a little cleaner here. And then you've got to make some money, right? So you don't want to underbid or bid low just to get the account. Restaurants are a pain in the butt. Make some money, okay? Not some money, a lot of money. So let's go at 40% profit margin. It's always easier to go down, and if you set up the walkthrough properly, you'll set up negotiations, and you'll be able to explain why you have the cost structure and why it costs what it is, and that if they're set up properly during the walkthrough, then you will have an opportunity to make them look at this and go, wow, I see why I've been having a problem. I see that I've got to pay more. But anyways, let's say you want to make 40%. The software is then going to tell you that you are, if you're charging 40% or want to make 40%, that you'll make $3,230.64. This is absolutely doable. We've cleaned restaurants where we're taking home $6,000, $7,000, right? Because there's so many problems in the industry with cleaning. By the time they get to somebody that can actually do it, they're willing to pay. All right. And this would be your charge to your customer, and it automatically feeds into the proposal. But there's more power in the software that I want to show you. Let's say you're looking at this and you go, you know what? I think I should be making $3,500. There's just no way I'm going to be out there 5 days, 7 days a week. We can't start until 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is. And it's going to be hard to staff. I've got to pay well. I want to make $3,500 on this. The software will reverse engineer everything for you, including what your profit margin is and your cost to your customer. But there's also more power here. If you know the cleanable square footage, in this case you do, now the software is telling you that you're charging 88 cents a square foot. And now do you see why this number is so arbitrary, right? If anybody were to tell you to charge 88 cents a square foot, you would be like, that's nuts. That's way too much. But it's not. Okay, it's just a number here, but there's more power in clean proposals. Let's say you've crushed the walkthrough, your client really wants to do work with you, you've used the formula of build, discover, highlight, and close, and you've nailed it, right? So what you can do is the customer says, I want to work with you, but I just don't have $1 over $7,500. You can also then just enter the price if your customer has a hardcore budget, and the software reverse engineers all your numbers again. It tells you at $7,500, you'll be making 35% profit margin and taking home $2,654.04. Now, it's important to protect this number because this actually doesn't all go into your pocket. This is how you buy your fleet vehicles. This is how you pay for advertising. This is for employee bonuses. There's all kinds of stuff that will come out of this as you grow. So you've got to learn how to protect and sell and protect this number. But the software also reverse engineers your square footage and tells you what you're charging there. And there's still more power in clean proposals. Let's say you're just curious and you wanted to know, what would it look like if I was charging 60 cents a square foot? Go ahead and enter that number. Software reverse engineers tells you what your profit margin would be, how much money you're making per month, and what to charge your customer. So this is the basic structure that you need for every commercial cleaning contract. You're always going to have to inspect what you expect. You're going to have training because we have turnover in this industry and you want to account for that, Peyton. And then also you want to have custodians that are well paid, that have enough time to clean. If you cannot sell and get this, this is not a good contract for you because you're never going to be successful. I understand that you want to be competitive, but competing in the industry where most people don't charge enough is futile. It's asinine. We work way too hard and most of us charge way too little. So hopefully that answers your basic structure and how to set up a good bid for this. Trust me, if you can't make good money and you don't have enough resources in this thing to be able to handle any problems that arise, you're going to land more headaches than you're landing profitable accounts. All right, and you can go over here, change the proposal design, do whatever it is that you want, customize the cover letter. You can even embed videos and really make this proposal shine so that you have a better opportunity to win this contract. Hopefully it answers your question, Peyton. Sorry for the long video, but it's important that you get this right or you're gonna really just hurt yourself in the long run. Clean proposals. If you like this video, subscribe, like it. I'll put out more content like this to help you folks, and sign up for your free trial at Clean Proposals. It is only $49 a month with a 14-day free trial. Thanks a lot.